Welcome back, everybody. 2019 is coming to a close. This has been without a doubt an insane year for collecting or reselling sneakers. Now, 2020 is upon us. With that comes more opportunities to profit, as well as personal pairs for our collection. Today, we'll be discussing some of the most hyped or anticipated sneakers of 2020. Specifically for each one that we'll be discussing, we'll be talking about the name, the retail, and the approximate release date or estimate for each individual pair. Now, of course, there's many more of these to come throughout the months, hence to stay 100% updated, as well as to know how to cop each individual pair, subscribe and turn on post notifications, and for smaller updates and more urgent things such as shock drops, feel free to follow my Twitter, KeithAdam10. Now, with that short little intro out of the way, why don't we get right into this? So let's begin. Coming in February of 2020, we will be seeing the Off-White Jordan 5 release for $225. It's been a while since we've seen an Off-White Jordan, so it's certainly relieving to know that Off-White will be continuing collaborations that involve Jordans, not just Nike, despite the 10 being complete. Now, while on the topic of February, the Chicago Jordan 1 will also be re-retroing with the OG high-cut look from 1985. Retail may not be $160 on this pair, but trust me, retail will certainly be the least of your concerns when it comes to this pair. I hope that this retro isn't mistaken for part of the New Beginnings pack, but I can't confirm that at the moment. Of course, I'll keep you guys updated. Another good one that's dropping in February, we have some more Sacai Waffles, dropping in the black nylon colorway as well as the white colorway. Of course, throughout 2020, there should be numerous other Sacai collaborations as well, including the Blazer colorways. And while on the topic of Nike and Jordan releases, if you guys were interested in increasing your chances for copying on Nike sneakers, feel free to check out the link in the description where you can purchase affordable, reliable, pre-verified sneakers accounts from me. But let's move forward, because I know that's not why you guys are here. You guys are here to know what's the most hyped sneakers coming out in 2020. One of the most limited ones dropping in 2020 in April for $2,000. I'm sure you guys already know what I'm going to say. The Dior Jordan 1 will be releasing. Yes, I'm aware that I mispronounced it the last video. You guys made that very clear. Moving on, of course, this would not be a completed list without some Travis Scott collaborations. Specifically, the yellow Cactus Jack Jordan 6 for $225. Recently, in November, Offset was actually spotted wearing these, so hopefully that instills some confidence that these do exist. Of course, alongside the Jordan 6, expect to see numerous other Travis Scott collaborations. Moving on, in spring of 2020, we should be seeing the Mars Yard having a wider release in 2020 compared to their initial release. Now, the closest thing we saw to this in 2019 was the Mars Yard Overshoe, which to most people, this certainly does not compare. It's not the same thing. So I'm certainly excited to see what's going to be releasing again in 2020, because I know this is a grail for many people. Not only that, but you know, it's going to bring tons of profit, of course, as well. Anyway, with so many Nike releases, let's discuss some Yeezys. Undoubtedly, we'll be seeing a ton of 350s, we'll be seeing a ton of 500s, 700s, you guys know. But one of the most interesting to look forward to is the Yeezy 700 V3. I don't think the shoe is fantastic, but the retail is only $200 and $220 depending on which specific silhouette for a 700 now, which is absolutely incredible considering 700s are normally $300 in the V2 and also the original. These do drop in spring, this colorway that you'll be seeing on the screen right now. And honestly, I'm personally more excited for the Azil 700 dropping for $200 December 23rd, 2019, but you know, we're trying to stick to 2020 sneakers. Another one includes the Yeezy Basketball Quantum, which drops in February. Very curious to see if people are actually going to use these for performance purposes, but other than that, I'm sure it's going to bring lots of resale potential as well. Then moving on, the Women's Jordan 1 UNC to Chicago will be releasing February 14th for $160. Now, this might not be the most hyped, but this is definitely the one that I'm looking most forward to. But that does remind me, if you guys do have a favorite sneaker that's coming out this year, whether I mentioned it in this video or I didn't, please be sure to leave it in the comments, because I'm sure there's a lot of sneakers that I'm going to miss out on that were worth mentioning. I just don't want the video to go on too long. So anyway, moving forward, in late 2020, we should be seeing not the Union Jordan 1s, we already saw those, but instead, we'll be seeing the Union Jordan 4s. Now, I'm not exactly sure what these are going to be looking like. There are no mock-ups at the moment, but hopefully throughout the year, we'll get a glimpse of what these do look like. Hopefully, this does follow through. On to the next, The Jordan 1 reversed court purple, if that's what you want to call it, will release in spring of 2020 for $160. Personally, I think these are nicer than the normal court purples, but let me know your thoughts on the pair. Then, on All-Star Weekend of 2020, we should be seeing the Chicago All-Star Jordan 3 release for $200. I'm not normally excited for Jordan 3 releases other than the black cements that dropped a couple of years ago, but this one certainly is of interest to me just because it's somewhat reminiscent of the Toro Jordan 4, and that was the first ever Jordan I ever bought, so I'm definitely excited for this pair. Last but certainly not least, we will be seeing multiple colorways of the Yeezy 380 drop, including the black colorway. So obviously we'll be seeing tons of colorways, just like we've seen tons of colorways in the 350s, and the 500s, the 700s, and the first of which that we should be seeing is going to be the black pair. But that, of course, is subject to change. So if you do want to stay updated, feel free to subscribe and turn on post notifications. Also, for more urgent things such as shock drops, feel free to follow my Twitter, KeithAdam10. And again, if you guys do want to increase your chances of copying on Nike sneakers, feel free to check out the link in the description for affordable, reliable Nike sneakers accounts. So with that, I'll conclude it. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed or perhaps learned a thing or two. With that, I'll see you guys later though. Have a fantastic rest of your day.
The F to the double O, even the T. Get that big foot away from me. Get your foot off my foot. Ah.
Get your foot off my foot, yeah!
Why are you hurting me with your foot? Can't you find somewhere else to keep it put? Get your foot off my foot. Ah.
Get your foot off my foot, yeah!
And mom always told me not to play when another man's foot is in the way.